to Always in Escrow with Serena Appel and Colby Burchin. Hi, Colby. Ciao, bello.
Serena. Oh my God, it's been a minute. How are you?
I am incredible. We are off to the races with our summer season. And I know that so many people are traveling and also at home, entertaining their kids, entertaining themselves, making wonderful dinners and more. Well, we have a fantastic opportunity. A longtime friend of yours has quite the story, and we are so excited to have Shannon Takalite, a former ER nurse from Florida who relocated to Tuscany with her husband and children. They are now managing a vineyard and olive grove, producing wine and olive oil and offering cooking classes, tastings, and tennis trips on their idyllic property in Tuscany. Please meet Shannon of our Tuscan farm. Hello, Shannon.
Ciao, belly. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me.
So, Serena, Shannon and I go back quite a bit. A while, like literally 15 years ago, we used to play tennis a lot together. And her husband, Marco, amazing couple, just energized, just charismatic, amazing, amazing people. So I'm glad you're getting to meet her, and I'm glad our audience is getting to meet her. Shannon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Colby. It's so nice to see you and so nice to be here with you guys.
I wish we were in Italy.
Me too. Time for a spritz.
Okay, so you ready for a little quick Q&A?
Absolutely. Hit me.
Okay, so how did you end up in Italy, Tuscany? Tell our audience.
So my husband Marco's from Rome originally. We would travel back and forth to Italy often, and we both fell in love with Tuscany and decided that that would be our place to kind of retire and the place that we wanted to be, maybe have a summer home. So over the years, we were looking for a little house to kind of fix up and call our own once we retired. And then after COVID, you guys know, especially you, Kobe, with the market in Florida, the housing market went a little bit crazy. So it was kind of the perfect time for us to sell. We were looking for a change. I was an ER nurse, as you said, Serena, for 23 years, and I had kind of fallen out of love with nursing. And I always said, teachers in nursing, if you don't love your job, you should not be doing it. So I was looking for something different to kind of do, and Marco had kind of reached the top of his level with tennis and tennis management, and we were both kind of looking for a change. So we started looking at homes, and we fell in love with this area, this home, the property. It happened to come with 750 olive trees and a vineyard, which we didn't, we weren't really seeking out, but it came with the home. So that's how we kind of ended here. We're learning by the owner. The old owner has kind of stayed around, and he's teaching us how to make olive oil and wine. And so that's how we landed here.
It really is incredible because it's just dreamy to hear you talk about your property, coming there, settling. So what made you think of creating tastings and cooking classes and now tennis academy?
It all really has happened organically. That's the beautiful thing about it. We weren't looking for any of this. We weren't really sure what we were going to do. So we had a friend reach out to us. She has a VIP kind of travel agency, and she came to visit one day, and she saw the newly renovated kitchen and the property. We have an amazing view of the sunset. And she kind of brought it up. She said, have you ever thought about hosting a cooking class or having tastings? And I said, no, but, we're definitely, this is something we'll definitely be doing. Marco and I were always the entertainers. It was our house where we always had the soccer parties and the neighborhood parties. We just love to entertain. So it was a great fit. And we're having fun. One, because I get to speak English. I'm so focused on speaking Italian all the time here. that when we have clients and guests from the States, I get to speak English, and he tells me I don't ever stop talking, but it's been a lot of fun. We've met some really interesting people, heard some great stories, and it's fun. It's fun for me and him. And we cook pasta, ravioli, really whatever the guests want to cook. Pizza, we have a pizza oven. Marco's parents come down from Rome. If there's something that, someone wants to cook and we don't know how to do it, well, Barbara will come, Nona Barbara will come and get in the kitchen and make whatever it is that our guests would like to have.
Oh my God, Serena, it's like that movie Under the Tuscan Sun. That's what I'm envisioning. Shannon and Marco like just cooking, smelling the vineyard. I'm like so intrigued. I just want to get on a flight there tomorrow.
I know, me too.
Come.
Living off the land, right? And producing wine and olive oil. It tastes different when you're there. And
Yeah, we have about 750 olive trees. Some are over 200 years old. And we have 2 acres of vineyard. We have Sangiovese grapes, so we make Chianti and Sangiovese wine. We've been really fortunate that previous owners of the home, they stayed close by. So they come, they help us tend to the land. They teach us about the winemaking because it's kind of an art and a science, together. We're learning as we go. But it's been fascinating to see, the olive oil. We do everything ourselves. We don't hire workers. The family comes from Rome. The family comes from the States. We all harvest the olives together. And it's a beautiful family and it's a really fun time.
So do you offer private group trips? How does it work?
We do. So everything we do on the farm is private because we're small and it's just us. We do one family or visit a day, so we're not rushed. We've had families come visit and they'll stay for 6 hours. The kids are just having fun and they want to walk around the property and see the land. And we don't want to get too busy. We always say if we wanted to make a lot of money, we would have stayed in Miami. We're kind of here to enjoy and really embrace the lifestyle of Tuscany. Piano piano is the first word that we learned when we moved here. It's slowly. So all of our events are private and just one a day. So if you book the day for a tasting or a cooking class, you'll be the only guests that we'll have on the farm for the day.
And where are most of your guests coming from or staying and traveling to you? Where are they coming from?
Yeah, so most of our guests have been from the States. We've had a couple people from Canada visit. Oddly enough, a lot of people from California have found us. I don't know what that is. The climate is very similar, but we've had a lot of, mostly from the United States. And that's kind of evolving as well because, people will message me on our website or on Instagram and they'll say, hey, we want to come to your farm, but where do we stay? Do you know what else we could do? And is there a good bed and breakfast nearby? So that's kind of evolving as well as time goes on. I kept saying, no, I'm sorry, I don't really know. And I turned away about 20, 30, 40 people. And then I said, well, maybe there's an opportunity here. So we just started kind of offering if you need help planning just in our kind of area, because we know, which bed and breakfasts don't have screens and you'll get bit by mosquitoes and which ones aren't great for children if you're bringing kids. So we've kind of gone around and vetted the places that we're recommending. And so we know what our clients and guests are going to expect. So that's kind of evolving as well.
What is the town called, or the closest town to where your farm is?
So our little town is called Barberino Tavernelli. It's 2 little towns that have joined together. We are right in the middle of Siena and Florence. So it's a great landing spot for people. Our partner that we do the tennis in Tuscany, she's been doing trips for over 20 years and her concept is called hub and spoke. So she stays in a hub and then she takes day trips during the day. And that's really the best way to see Tuscany. If you don't get anything from this interview, that's the best way. I mean, the city is beautiful, but at night you just want to come home and enjoy the landscape and the countryside of Tuscany. So we're right in the middle of those two big cities. And then San Gimignano is about 20 minutes from us. So we're in a really great location.
So I'm so curious, what can people expect from the tennis and the Tuscany trip when they book with you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this part. So the tennis in Tuscany, I tell people it's everything that I want to do and haven't had a chance to do because we've been busy working and, children. We will play tennis in the mornings. I think one evening we have planned to play tennis right by the Piazza di Michelangelo. And we will be doing cooking classes. We will be eating in people's homes. It's a very kind of authentically curated experience. I'm not going to take you to the tourist spots. We're not going to go eat in the center of Florence. It's not going to be like that. We have private Mercedes vans that will take us to our location and drop us right off. We will meet with local artisans. We have e-bike tours planned so we can e-bike in the countryside. And if the weather's great, we also have a hot air balloon ride planned. So I know it's going to be fabulous. And then there's a few surprises that I just don't want to let out of the bag because they're so fabulous that I want our guests to be really surprised. The last night will be a night to remember.
Wow. So how soon can guests book with you, and how do they get in touch with you just, to explore all of your offerings?
We have our Tuscan Farm. We have a website and an Instagram, and Tennis in Tuscany website and Instagram. So I manage both accounts. You can reach out to me via Instagram or on the website. If you have any questions. We have an October trip already planned this October, the 12th through the 19th, just because we had a few people contact us and say, hey, could you get a trip together for us? We're coming and we'd love to do the tennis. So we're trying to fill those slots this October. This October is actually olive harvest season as well. So you'll get to do the olive harvest experience where we harvest the olives together. You have like a glam picnic under the olive trees by the vineyard. It's an amazing. If you're in Tuscany in October, November, I definitely suggest you seek that out. So they can reach out to me on any of those venues. And we also do, because we are doing private groups. If you get a group of friends together and you say, hey, we have April this week, can you plan a trip? We can plan a trip. We're here. We live here. So we're going to be here anyway. Next year, we have 2025 May planned. That was our kind of original trip. We'll start in Rome, which is where Marco's from. We'll see the Italian Open. We'll do a morning and a night session. We'll do some really authentic things in Rome because he's got family friends and lifetime friends there that one owns a gelateria right down the street from the Vatican, and he's going to give us a class on how to make gelato. We'll eat in his family home. So just some really, really fun things planned there. We'll get on the fast train and we'll come to Tuscany and spend the week in an amazing villa here in Tuscany. So the answer to that question in short is if you have a week, let us know and we'll plan it for you. But the ones we have scheduled are this October and next May.
Bellissimo. It is just, I am just, my mouth is totally gaping open because I want to be there now and I cannot wait. This is definitely going to be a trip of a lifetime. I am so excited to just be connected to you. You lit up my day.
Oh, you're so sweet. We are excited. We really are. I just, we love Tuscany. We love tennis. We love everything about it. And you just can't go wrong. It's just.
I'm so curious because obviously you're American. How everyone probably dreams of what you actually did. And would you look back and say, I should have done it sooner, or perfect timing?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was perfect timing. We were looking actually to move to Colorado because we love the outdoors. We just love, I felt like it was too big of a reach, too big of a dream, Tuscany, But then once we let ourselves kind of think about it and really dream big, I said, Marco and I said, the worst thing that can happen is we hate it and we'll come back, but it didn't work out that way. We love it. So it worked. The timing was perfect for us.
Amazing. It's such a beautiful story. I'm so happy for both of you. I can't thank you enough for coming on the
Thank you.
podcast. This is definitely, Serena said, a trip of a lifetime. I hope the audience, inquires and gets a trip booked with you. I want to do it. It sounds amazing.
I'm hoping you sign up. Yes. We'll have a blast.